Hello and welcome back. It's time for day 2 in 12 days of anime, and today I want to talk about ReZero, or as I like to call it, Rem Zero. Now, we all know Rem. She's the blue-haired maid from the, well, at least one of the most popular animes of 2016, where the main character has a tendency of dying. But I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about Rem in this video because Rem is best girl. Everybody knows this. The reason I like Rem is because, well, it's mainly because of her character, you know, how she grows on you as a character. She starts out as a very flat or a bland character. She's not really that interesting, much like her twin sister Ram. They're both kind of the same, you know, they're just two maids working at this mansion. They're not really showing off any sort of character, you know, they don't have any personality. And with the episodes, we notice how this changes quite a lot. Like, even before they leave the mansion, we see how Rem begins to develop emotion in some sense. Not necessarily love or anything, but they develop emotions in a number of different ways. Like, we see this one time when Rem actually kills the main character, and she does it because she wants to protect her loved ones. Then we have this other time when she loses control trying to save other people. You know, I think she needed to save Subaru. I can't quite remember, haven't seen the anime in a while now, but I do remember her going absolutely out of control for a good cause. And we kind of learn of her backstory with Ram, of course, both when they were children. We learn how when Ram was a child, she had to sacrifice her demon horn, which caused her to lose her ability to transform into this demon form that we kind of saw Rem use when she went out of control. And that's the whole reason why Rem has been so tight with Ram this whole time. You know, she feels guilty and all of that. And as the story sort of progresses, we see love sort of developing very slowly, mind you. Like, I think it becomes more clear around episode 18 when we have this really crazy episode of Rem and Subaru. Everybody knows about this episode because it's kind of become a meme at this point, you know, the whole I love Amelia part. It's one of those things that even if you haven't seen the anime, you will have heard about this moment, I love Amelia. And you have one side, you know, they love Amelia as a character, which is the main girl, sort of. I mean, she's not, but people seem to think she is. And then you have the good side, which I belong to, of course. We love Rem. You know, she is best girl. She's probably considered the main girl to most people, me included. And the main character obviously makes this choice because he is so stuck up with this Amelia that he rejects Rem because, well, I don't even know. I don't think anyone knows why, but he does. And that kind of creates this whole impact because one big part of the entire anime series is that Rem is being built up to this girl that Subaru is supposed to fall in love with, or at least so we hope, right? I mean, we don't necessarily think that, but we hope that's gonna happen because she's the one that's being developed. Amelia isn't really focused on that much in the series, which is kind of one of the charms, I think. You know, we want Rem to be the main girl, but in actuality, the girl that Subaru actually wants to have is Amelia. But it's a lot more complex than that because obviously, like I said, she's not really getting any screen time, meaning that as a watcher, you're led to believe that it's going to be Subaru and Rem at the very end of the day, but the creator of this story just completely fucks with your mind by allowing the main character to just reject this girl that's been hyped up for so long to become the would-be wife or girlfriend, you know, whatever you want to call it, of the main character. And you know, you just can't help but feel sorry for Rem because she's just standing in front of Subaru as she tells her, I love Amelia, right? And you just look at her face and you see just how dead she is inside, you know. She doesn't really burst out in tears or anything. She's like, yes, yeah, I get you. I mean, on the outside, but on the inside you can just tell, you know, how fucking broken she is. She's about to crack like an egg. And that is why I believe ReZero had as much of an impact of a series as it did, because if not for the whole build-up with Rem and then completely destroy that build-up by having the main character still want Amelia for his wife or girlfriend. It is something that I don't think you get in too many series. I mean, if you have this big build-up, it's typically going to end up being those two characters instead of having this whole build-up and then just completely ruin it by still having him fall for the original girl that he wanted to have. Granted, the girl that he falls for doesn't necessarily have the same feelings for him, but that's not really the point here. I mean, if he wanted to, he could have picked Rem and they would have lived happily ever after, right? Because Rem actually loved him and he still loved her, just not in the same way that he loved Emilia, I guess. So it's not really that he hated Rem or anything. I mean, he probably considered Rem to be more of a friend, so he literally friend-zoned best girl in the series. Anyway, I think that's really all I had to say about Rem in this video, so that should conclude day 2 of 12 days of anime. Now be sure to leave a comment down below, let me know what you think about the video about Rem, and if you're on Team Emilia, I'm watching you. Anyway, as always, if you did, be sure to Detroit smash that like button if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new to my channel. This has been your favorite host Perm, and I will see you next time.